Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bonnie with By Bonnie Jewelry, where I talk about all things diamonds. This week's episode, we're gonna focus on earrings. I already put them on, but basically I'm gonna break down some of the questions that I get asked a lot about studs. I feel like studs is just everyday, every girl's wardrobe must-have piece. When you get to a certain carat range, which is this is larger 1.5 carat, I feel like people start to have questions about, hey, if I'm gonna invest so much money in a big stud, what are the different setting options available? What are the pros and cons? How are they different? I know you guys come to me a lot for education about jewelry, and I feel like this is a topic that most jewelry stores don't talk to you about. Even if you Google online, there are limited information on it, or maybe you just don't actually know what it's gonna look like on the ear. Let's dive right into it. Let's get started. Like I mentioned, when your carat size get to a larger carat and you're starting to want to invest money into buying bigger studs, you start to wonder what are the settings for it, because in rings you get so many different options, solitaire, pave, but in earrings, especially in studs, there aren't really that many different options for it. So these are two of our signature designs. So this is called a martini setting, a 3-prong martini setting. So the shape resembles an actual martini glass and kind of like an ice cream cone, if you may. And this one is like a very classic 4-prong basket. So a lot of people are gonna ask, hey, what's the difference? So if you look on this side with the martini settings, because 3 of the prongs go into a point, like a tip, so how typically it would feel like is that it actually sits even lower onto your ear than what a basket setting would. Tip of this kind of like goes very close to your hole. Everybody has different earlobe shapes, so depending on what's the shape of your earlobe, certain people will fit better with the martini because it sits more flush onto the ear and it won't droop over the ear. Sometimes people may have difficulties with the basket setting, with the drooping part, because maybe their holes were a little bit stretched over the years, and whenever they put this on, it kind of like drips over. And also depending on what kind of backing you have, we usually suggest with larger backings, with larger carat weight, so that when you actually put the backing onto the ear, on the back of the ear, you get more support with this part, the flatness of this, to kind of push into your ear. You can see that there's 4-prong versus 3-prong, and there's an extra kind of wire basket on the back compared to the martini that it kind of flattens onto the ear. So this also sits very low onto the ears. So the only mountings that I don't recommend, typically you'll see on like general retail market, is the ones that are like very bulky, like all you see is metal. In our channel, we talk largely about how the setting completely changes the look of the piece, and this rule applies the same to earrings. So imagine you have very bulky mountings, very rough set, or the inside is not polished, which is very typical for any like over-the-counter mountings. What's gonna happen is that your perfect stud earring diamond is gonna sit on a mounting that has a lot of rough metal, that it's not gonna give the maximum shine. So what I love about the handmade settings that we do is we make sure even with studs, we polish inside and out so that you get that maximum sparkle. And with a custom setting like this, you can make sure that, you know, the metal itself, it's not so bulky. When it's not bulky, you really see the maximum amount of the diamond and not so much just the metal. Okay, so let's go over the key points about basket and martini style one more time. So basket setting, so there's 4-prong, double wires. It's the most classic and it sits flush on the ear. So those are the good things about the basket. With martini styles, usually it's 3 prongs and it sits the lowest onto the ear compared to the basket. It helps with people that have issues with the earring drooping forward. Both of them are going to be beautiful. My personal pick, I actually have the 4-prong basket with my studs because I have larger carat weight, and I feel like the 4-prong adds support and the basket adds supports to my stud earrings. So personally, I prefer the 4-prong basket on my studs, but there's no real wrong answer. It's just whatever suits your lifestyle, and also consider your ears, how they're shaped, and try one of each. And if you're not sure about either style when you're investing in a pair of earrings, you can always get like dummy earrings on Amazon, or the ones with CZs that are set martini style or basket style, and just try it in the comfort of your home and kind of figure out what is kind of like the best setting for you because I feel like everyone's ears shape differently and different carat also, you know, might be different as well. This one, it features 1.5 carat each ear, 3 carat total, so it's a pretty substantial size. Before I let you guys go, let me just show you guys one more time how these studs look on the ear. So here on my left ear, I actually have the 3 Prong Martini setting. And then on this ear, I have the 4 prong basket. Right now, the sun's coming in, so perfect timing to see how they sparkle. Alright everyone, I hope this video was helpful and educational regarding stud earrings. If you have always had the question about Martini versus basket, if you have any thoughts, leave them in the comment below and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye!